G'day ladies and gentlemen, my name's Isaac Butterfield, and if you don't know who I am, I'm a comedian from Australia. Now often on this channel I cover topics that don't really matter, but that's not today. In today's video it is a very serious subject. It's about something that's affecting people worldwide, throughout the Western world particularly. We are seeing a whole generation of young dudes doing ridiculous things, dumb things, committing crimes that they shouldn't be doing. And there's a lot of blame being thrown around, but I want to investigate and see if that blame is deserved. Who should we be blaming, and what can we actually do to curb the problem? What I'm talking about in today's video is young people committing violent crimes. Now, you would be forgiven for thinking that this video is about something called the manosphere, the Andrew Tate effect on young men and masculinity in particular, but it's not. This has nothing to do with that, and in fact, that's probably a whole video within itself. Now, to start off, I just wanted to draw your attention to this story, and this is why I made this video. A Queensland teenager, Queensland being a state here in Australia, who stabbed an army veteran at a shopping centre, sentenced to 15 months probation. Stabbed, and I know using the stabbed word will mean that less people will see this video, but it is the word that we need to use, okay? Violently attacked with a sharp object, stabbed at a shopping centre, a man who has served my country. And the worst part about that is he gets 15 months probation. Not 15 months jail, but probation. The figurative slap on the wrist, if you will. It's not even that. Like, what do you have to do? Check in once a week with your probation officer to make sure you haven't stabbed anyone? How ridiculous. This is a massive issue in my country, and I don't know about all over the world, but I imagine it is as well where you live. Right now, throughout places like Queensland here in Australia and New South Wales where I live, we have an enormous youth crime epidemic. Now, that is a buzzword that is thrown around by politicians, but it is real. There is an enormous group of young people, for some reason, all young men usually anyway. There's a couple of young girls getting around being fucking idiots as well, but mainly young men. They're running around, stealing cars, stabbing people, just being genuine pieces of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was young, I did dumb things, I did stupid things, and so did people my age. And before that, and generations past, it's always been young men doing dumb fucking things. But there seems to be something about this generation that you really find that the dumb shit that they're doing has drastic effects on the people that they, for some reason, target. A now 18-year-old offender involved in a near-fatal stabbing, nearly died. This dude nearly died, of Army veteran Chris Sanders at a Queensland shopping centre, has walked out of court without a recorded conviction. What the fuck? How? The stabbing took place in December 23 at Alexandra Hills Shopping Centre before new legislation was passed to impose tougher sentences on youth offenders a year later. I guess you can't then charge people with laws that have come in after a crime has been committed, but surely if someone nearly dies from a stab wound inflicted by a fucking twat, surely you get more than 15 months probation. And of course, if you don't know, probation is the offender is released into the community, but there are certain restrictions that are imposed. The actual length of probation and parole may extend anywhere from months to years. Okay, that's what probation means. They're out and about in the community. Why? Why the fuck is this little out in the community? This prick should be locked up. The attack, which was caught on CCTV, so it's all there, all the evidence is there, took place after the teenager and his group surrounded Sanders in the shopping centre car park. Sanders was taunted as he lay bleeding on the ground. The teenager reported telling him, "You're dead, old man." What? That's fucking crazy. Sanders expressed his frustration at the verdict as he is still struggling with the physical and emotional scars of the attack. I bet he fucking is. Mate, people get nervous going to shopping centres because there's people everywhere. Imagine him having to go to a shopping centre after he's been stabbed and nearly died on the floor of the car park. And this little and that's what he is. He's nothing but a runs out of court without any conviction recorded and just has to report to a parole officer. This is what Sanders had to say. It just proves to me that the laws have to be changed because he's just been handed down a 15-month suspended sentence. And I got a life sentence. I've got stab wounds. Fuck. The judge even said to me in an adult court he would have got a lot more. Well, give him a lot more. Now, for whatever reason, because he is 18 now, this dude, I don't know why they haven't done this, but they've hidden his face. They've blurred his face. Now, he was 17 apparently when he committed the crime, but you'd think now being 18, when they recorded him coming out of court, you'd think the cameras would show him on the news, but they didn't. He looks, just from what he's wearing, let's have a little bit of a look here. He's got a bum bag on, he's got a real tight black t-shirt, he's got a white cap on, might be a brand that rhymes with likey. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say he's an Eshay. Now, if you don't know what Eshays are, or lads, they are, well, what even fucking are they? They're just little that run around fucking stealing bum bags or fanny packs from shopping centres or malls. That's all they do. They ride around on e-scooters, fucking staunching old women. That's what they fucking do. These people are the biggest grubs, the biggest dregs of society. They make everyone look better than them. Everyone is better for not knowing who these people are. If you don't know an Eshay, you should be happy with that. I don't give a fuck what these people think, what they have to say. If you dress like that, if you act like that, you are a bad person. You're not a tough person. You're not a cool person. You're not a good person. You're a shit version of everything that you could have been. And you should be absolutely ashamed for everything that you stand for. I was just in Melbourne and I see these people. They hang out near junkies. They run around with syringes coming out of their asshole. They are shit versions of everything that their parents wanted them to be. And I know most of these people who dress like that are teenagers and hopefully they will grow out of it. And they probably look at me because I'm nearly 32 years old and they think, what's this fucking old man talking about? Listen, mate, I would have had this opinion when I was fucking your age. Everyone thinks you're a fucking idiot. Everyone thinks you suck. Everyone hates you. Life lesson, don't be a lad, don't be an Eshay, and if you are, pull your fucking head in. You fucking big, dirty foreskin. He was 17 at the time. Surely he knew what he was doing. He absolutely knew what he was doing, and he should be prosecuted as an adult. Prosecutor Stephanie Gallagher highlighted that the teenagers had a troubled past, including previous drug offences and conviction for possessing a flick knife while on bail. How does he walk free? She noted his turbulent relationship with his girlfriend. Who gives a fuck? Which broke down around the time of the stabbing. Who gives a fuck? The defendant needs to learn when he and his girlfriend have fights, they can't go and stab people. Yeah, agreed. The disturbing nature of the attack has sparked outrage, many questioning the teenager's lack of remorse and accountability. So this is the actual event. This is from the CCTV footage. I don't know how that's CCTV footage. That's definitely not fucking... They've credited the CCTV, but I don't know who puts a camera at car height. But anyway, maybe it's from a car. I don't fucking know. Maybe they're reverse. Maybe it's a Tesla reversing out. Yeah, they're all wearing clothes that I imagine Eshays would wear. So yeah, these are fuckwits. All right, the young man who was 17 at the time of the attack appeared in court today and insisted he was remorseful for his actions. But his behaviour outside of courtroom told a different story. Okay, so we're seeing the real fucking dude here. The 18-year-old became defiant when confronted by cameras, shouting, "I'm famous, woo, fuck off, and threatening to throw a reporter's microphone. Dude. They do have now this concept in Queensland called adult crime, adult time. And I think that is absolutely fantastic. There is a lot of young people that need to be punished severely for the shit that they do. Now, there is the question of putting them in jail with other fuckwits. Does that make them bigger fuckwits? And probably. But they've spent their entire lives with their fuckwit parents, and look how that got them. So I guess, what do? You just got to keep other people safe, right? And I guess this is what this all comes down to, ladies and gentlemen, is who is to blame here? Is it Andrew Tate? Because these kids, these men, these young men are violent? No, not at all. Is it video games? No. Is it music? No. Who is it? It has to be them. It has to be the parents, the environment that they're raised in. If your kids are going out and stealing cars and stabbing people, then motherfucker, that's on you. That's on you as a parent, and you better fucking either turn that shit around, or I don't know what the other option there is. You should fucking be really, really disappointed in yourself. And maybe you are. And maybe I don't have an appropriate answer to give you as to what to do. And hopefully these kids just one day wake up and think, I'm doing the wrong thing, I need to be a better person. Like, you just gotta hope for that, right? I don't fucking know. What do you do? Let me ask you that question. Let me know in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.